Now, Sterling engines, it's an old design, but it's still a modern application. They're using Sterling engines, much more refined, of course, to run pumps at one of the solar generating plants out here between here and Arizona, because they're using sun power. A concave mirror, parabolic collector, essentially, motorized by a very small motor, programmed to track the sun and focus that sunbeam on that chamber. And we got free heat. The Swedish Navy runs one class of their submarines on a Sterling engine because you require very little heat, which they can run off their batteries, stay submerged for a long time. Now this one is a different engine. This one's known as a vacuum engine or a flame gulper. These were used in Europe and England, or they were used very much in England on vehicles, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. The way it works, we have a cylinder here with a lot of fins on it to cool it down. Inside we have a piston, travels horizontally. Coming off that piston is a connecting rod that connects to the cam. The cam controls that little valve on the side going back and forth. The cam is on a shaft with a flywheel to give it momentum and inertia. We would have a pulley over here running whatever we're running. When I bring the piston back, it's going to draw flame in through that slot. Then that valve is going to close off that opening. Now you have superheated air from the flame rushing into a much cooler cylinder. The coolness of that cylinder is going to cause that hot air to collapse. When it does, that creates a vacuum. It's that vacuum that draws the piston back that way. Flywheel kicks it into the next cycle. Now, I mentioned these were used on vehicles, particularly in England. There's an event held first Sunday in November every year, London to Brighton Veterans Race. It's about, I believe, about a 50-mile, 60-mile distance. The newest vehicle that can participate in this event to commemorate something that happened in 1904 can be no newer than a 1904 model. Because in 1904, the speed limit in England was 4 miles an hour. The law stated, if you are going to operate a motor vehicle on a public road, you must have a person walking in front of the vehicle, waving a red flag to warn people a motor vehicle is approaching. Because you not only would frighten people, you would frighten horses. And what was that movie that was made back in the 50s? Geraldine or Grenadine? Geraldine?
Geraldine.
Yeah.
Geraldine? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a movie made about that event, and it was really kind of funny. And you can get it on YouTube.